Of a stacked card for Saturday. I like the games, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys. For most of these games, I just have, not that it's a bad thing, but I just have one pick. I don't have much on this card. It's just everything is. I'm kind of priced out in certain matches, but you guys will see as we go down the card. So first up, we have Chivas at home. Juarez coming in. Chivas is just not a team that I can trust, guys. They still have the same problem that's been happening for a good amount of seasons now. Is they just can't score. They just have a very, very big scoring problem. They have had one high scoring match this season so far, and that was against San Luis. So I think that was a flash in the pan, to be quite honest with you guys. Juarez, Juarez also somewhat they have trouble finding the net, but they have been playing a gauntlet of good teams just this season alone. They've already played Toluca and they've already played America. Well, this was before we knew America was on a downslide, but they did play. They have had a tough schedule, so I kind of can give them a little bit more relax. I can relax off of them too much as far as the criticism, because as we know, they are a small club. So them playing these bigger teams back to back, it's kind of a big deal. So the only way I could look at it is you either take Chivas straight up money line at -170, or you take the extra goal with Juarez. You're probably getting this extra goal at a good price because they're coming off of a 2-0 loss against Toluca. Now they got to go on the road and play Chivas. So I'm taking Juarez plus an extra goal in my back pocket, because the Chivas are going to win this. I think they're going to win it by 1-0. And I'd rather be sweating this game with an extra goal in my back pocket than laying the 170. So do I think Chivas win? I think possibly, but I'm not gonna lay -170 to find out. And laying goals with Chivas is just is just crazy. They haven't won a single match probably in their last 5-6 matches without it being a 1-goal game. So that's just something I'm not doing. It's gonna be Juarez for me. You guys know that I'm very, very high on this Pachuca team. So it would only be the Pachuca side for me. The Tijuana side is just, I'm not even looking in that direction. Plus 600 is just not enough. I know it sounds crazy, but plus 600 is just not enough for me to look in that direction. So just so I can get a better price, I know it cuts my time down in half, but I'll take the first half Pachuca money line for -122. I want to back Pachuca in some way, shape, or form, but I think you're getting a good price. Also, if you decide to lay the -1.5, I believe it is right about even money, maybe plus 105. That's just not good enough for me. I'm okay with just taking them in the first half. I'm pretty sure they can lead by the first 45 minutes. The total is at 3 and it's juiced, so I guess they're telling us that this is going to be a high-scoring game. It's possible to even see Tijuana score in this game. It's not like Pachuca are immune to it, but I do think they'll get a very good lead by the end of the match. On the card, this Santos team is definitely a lot more improved than we've seen in the last couple of seasons. They're not just blowing matches away, and they're not just getting blown out of the water. So I do want to catch Santos. I think this is a good time to catch them at a good value. I think they're not given the prices that they should be. I do think this team has been playing just a lot better. And I think they've been playing a lot better everywhere, actually. Midfield, attack, defense. I think they've been playing just better all around. So I don't even think they should be plus 1,000. I'm actually a little bit tempted to go on it. They're coming off of a strong win against Chivas, just a very tight game all around. Now, Santos is going to be a club that plays to their competition. Hopefully they can go toe-to-toe with Cruz Azul. That'd be just absolutely beautiful. And Cruz Azul, -420. I believe they're the only Liga MX team that completely got blown out in that Leagues Cup. Cruz Azul lost 7-0 against the Seattle Sounders. I'm not sure if you guys saw that, but that same team is -420. Why? Again, this is just a team that's going to keep getting overpriced. So let's take advantage of that overpriced. Do I think they win? I think Cruz Azul, I think they're favored for a reason. They have more talent head to toe, but they can't figure it out. They just can't figure it out. And that just continues to be the case. The farthest they've gone in maybe the last 4 or 5 seasons was a semifinal. You would think with the way they were dominating that one season, maybe 2 seasons ago, they were winning every game left and right. They were overpriced every game. So But they're losing, and they're not winning. They're not finishing. They're not finishing the match strong, and they're still getting priced minus 400. That's absolutely insane. I don't think they're going to destroy the Santos team. And if they do, good for them. It doesn't matter. They're still the only team that lost 7-0 to the Seattle Sounders. And I'm not paying, again, I'm just not paying Cruz Azul prices. So I'm taking Santos plus 1.5 at plus 118. This Cruz Azul team has to win by 2 or more in order for me to completely lose. And I don't see that happening. I think Santos is good enough to hold it down, at least in the first half, for 45 minutes, and I'm getting plus 190 on it. I'm perfectly fine with that. Not paying Cruz Azul prices, guys. I'm just not doing that. Card, we have Tigres at home. America coming in. Boy, have the mighty have fallen, huh? Man, this is the toughest one to break down, guys, to be quite honest with you. I think Tigres is rolling, and America is just in a slump. But they have the talent. They have everything to turn things around. I think that cancels each other out. I think it ends up being a draw. I'm all right with taking a shot on it. A small bet for plus 240. You know, Tigres is, again, they're rolling in the right direction. They should win this quite easily if the same America shows up. America has not been this bad in a while. We know they've been dominant for the last maybe 4 or 5 seasons. I think they could figure it out, but we're just going to have to wait and see. It's something that I just want to wait and see. Not too comfortable late. Well, it's actually not a bad bet if you ask me. If you want to you're getting plus 190 for an America team that's still very talented, no matter which way you want to look at it. But, you know, they're going up against a tough team in Tigres. And again, guys, I think we're just going to have to find out. But I think they're good enough to at least get a draw on the road against a good team. Match of the night, we have Toluca at home, Pumas coming in. This one was quite easy for me. You guys know I don't really like to pay too much juice on too many bets too often, but I can't look any other direction than the Toluca direction. Guys, watch Pumas' last match. That was an ugly match. In the rain, you know, they delayed it. Pumas was just constantly attacking and just could not get a finish. And now you have to go to Toluca and face the champs. Just, there's no other direction for me to look. The champs are still doing what champs got to do, and they just keep rolling. They keep steamrolling over everybody. Again, I don't take anything into account in that Leagues Cup too much. It's just not a tournament that I take too serious. But them returning to Liga MX, they're going to keep doing their thing. I expect them to keep steamrolling this game, and then the next ones that they have up ahead. So I'm gonna take them just straight up money line, and not trying to get cute, not trying to get, you know, fake sharp. So I'm just gonna take them minus 148. I'm all right with laying the juice. I'm okay with that price for what you're getting. You're getting a talented team that's just rolling against a Pumas team who's pretty much having an identity crisis. I don't think they're gonna figure it out by the end of the season, but you know, if they're one of the biggest teams in Mexico. They should be able to figure this thing out. But against Toluca right now, I think the champs are just too much for them.